Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm coming in early because I am going to take a hot bath and then I am going to bed. Uh, Good evening. So, with all the talk about cops being called to people's homes, um, CPS being called, I started digging into swatting. And I know this is a topic that a lot of people may not want to hear. But I think we need to understand the cost of swatting. So before I get started, let me say hi. We have Crazy Cat Mama, Tina, Big Bad Wolf, uh, Gamecock Jenny. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Hi, Gwen Branston. Hi, Grass Toucher. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi. Grass toucher, thank you for that. I needed that laugh. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Okay. Hi, Savage. How are you? Savage, I tagged you and I saw you said on my way. Did you go see it? Oh my God. I want some biscuit soup. Hi, Wendy. Hi, guys. So, what I did for you, not only did I research it, but I put it on a nice PowerPoint presentation. So, we'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to glorify the people that did the swatting, but I will mention them and what happened to them. And girl, that was good. Uh, Penny Pumpernickel, and that name just gets me. Penny Pumpernickel did a video on Bot, and I am telling you, uh, it was to the point, and I was like, oh shit! I even left her a comment. Great job. So if you guys don't know who Penny Pumpernickel is, she has a channel and it's easy to find. You just type in Penny Pumpernickel and she pops right up. I don't think there's another channel out there with that name. So anyway, um, we've had a lot of hot calls. We've had a lot of false calls. We've had people that are being incited to call jobs and everything else. And and when this happened, I guess like 2 years ago, I was on IG and I was watching Aurora. One of her friends that she spoke to in the UK, his home was swatted. They threw, well, not swatted, his home was attacked. They threw a Molotov cocktail into his home, which was in the bedroom where his kids slept. Good thing his kids wasn't in that room. Well, they didn't throw it, they threw it in the car. The car blew up and it was right next to the bedroom where the kids slept. So that was horrible. Aurora herself has been swatted several times. Hello, Carol Mayhill. How are you? How are you? Haunted goes to Dana. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. So as I'm looking through this, I find all of this stuff, and I'm just doing some of the recent ones. And then I'm going to show you the body cam footage from one of them as we're discussing it. So let me just get this PowerPoint presentation down. Today I swatted some ants. Oh my God. Okay. So, swatting calls, okay, is what it is. It's swatting calls. And it's when you incite bullshit. So let me just take this comment off the screen. So it's swatting calls. One of the, oh God, this is, so the definition of swatting. It's criminal harassment tactic of deceiving an emergency service via such means as hoaxing an emergency services dispatcher. into sending a police or emergency service response team to another person's address. This is triggered by false reporting of a serious law enforcement emergency, such as a bomb threat, murder, hostage situation, or false report of a mental health emergency, such as reporting that a person is allegedly suicidal or homicidal and may or may not be armed, among other things. Okay, and the term is derived from the SWAT team. All right, so and swatting origins has come from prank calls to emergency services. Over the years, callers have used increasingly sophisticated techniques to direct response units of particular types. In particular, attempts to have SWAT teams to be dispatched to a particular location spawned the term swatting. The term was used by the FBI as early as 2008 and has also entered into the Oxford Dictionaries online in 2015. So here is our victim. This is the young man I was talking to you about yesterday. Andrew Finch, 28-year-old man who was shot dead by police on his doorstep over an argument between two gamers playing Call of Duty. It was over a $2 bet. Now, let me just say, Andrew was not one of those gamers, okay? He wasn't a gamer. Casey Viner, 19 years old. He was playing with three other people on Call of Duty, and they did a $2 wager. Well, they got into an argument. One of the teammates actually killed him off, killed his character off in the game. So Casey reached out to Tyler Barris, and he's a well-known swatter. He swatted the FCC. He swatted all kind of people. He was 25 years old, lived in California, and he made the call to the police. Tyler was arrested. He pleaded guilty, and now he's serving 20 years. But Tyler was stating that he didn't feel responsible for the death because he didn't pull the trigger. He said he did not pull the trigger. Casey, who actually reached out to Tyler, was charged with conspiracy, one count of conspiracy and obstructing justice, because he tried to erase all of his records of communication with Tyler. He was sentenced to two years supervised probation and a $2,500 fine. Now, the third co-defendant, they don't list his name. He's a Wichita gamer. He was placed on deferred prosecution. Okay, the gamer involved in the dispute. So what happened was he gave an address. He gave his old address, which is where Andrew lives with his mother. Okay, he also had at the time, I think he had a 2-year-old son. I'm going to play this 911 call, and I'm going to show you the body cam footage as well, so we can see this. Let me get back into my StreamYard. So, hi, Dung Beetle. Hi, Miss Manda. Hi. Let me get back in my StreamYard. So I want you to listen to this 911 call. Let me pull this up. I want you to hear this call. Oh my God. Let me get this 911. And I dropped the link in my description box. And I gotta put my trigger warning up. Hold on. Sorry. I need to put my trigger warning up because this is trigger warning, fair use, trigger warning. All right, let me get back to this video. Let me go full screen. And I want you to listen.
Hello? Hello?
This is 911. What's going on? Hello?
Yeah.
This is 911. What's going on?
I recently got disconnected. I had told you guys everything that happened, but the argument with my mom and dad.
Okay. What's your address? Hello?
Yeah, it's 1033 West McCormick Street.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
They were arguing and I shot him in the head and he's not breathing anymore.
Okay, so what's going on right now? Are you there?
Yeah.
Now, just so you know, this is Tyler Barris that is making this call because Casey Viner reached out to him and paid him to do this because everybody know who he was.
Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
Yeah, I do.
What kind of weapons do you have?
A handgun.
What kind of handgun is it?
I don't know, it's my dad's.
What color is it?
It's black.
Where exactly are you at in the house?
By the closet.
Okay, what closet?
My mom's.
Where's that at in the house?
In her room, which is where she's at, and my little brother.
Do you have a little brother?
Yeah. I was on the phone with you guys earlier, telling you guys about it. I got disconnected.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to get you some help. Where exactly in the house, like, is this a one-story or two-story house?
It's one story.
Is it towards the front of the house, the back of the house?
Well, like it's like towards the back, I guess. I'm just pointing the gun at them, making sure they stay in the closet. My mom and my little brother.
Okay, is there any way you can put the gun up?
No. Are you guys sending someone over here? Because then I'm definitely not gonna put it away.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the phone with you, okay?
That's fine. Until they get here, or?
As long as you need me to, okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking about, because I already poured gasoline all over the house. I might just set it on fire.
Oh,
Okay, well, we don't need to do that, okay?
In a little bit, I might.
Why would you do that?
Do you have my address correct?
Can you verify it for me again?
It's 1033 West McCormick Street. My zip code is.
Now, do you hear this man telling that he's holding a gun on his mother and his little brother? He shot his dad in the head because the mother and father were arguing. He has this 911 operator believing that he's shot his dad. He's holding his mother and his little brother in the closet at gunpoint to make sure that they don't leave the closet.
67213.
Okay. So which way does your house face? Like, does your front door face north?
This is
south,
actually the
east,
house
west?
right here.
I don't know.
It's actually the
facing
house.
the street. My dad isn't breathing. It's kind of giving me anxiety, making me like paranoid. Hello?
I'm still here. I'm still here, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Quincy Granny. This is it.
Okay, are you white, black, Asian, Hispanic? Are you there?
Yeah.
Are you white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
It was an accident, so.
Okay, that's fine. Are you there? Talk to me. Hello? Are you there?
He's listening for when they get to this man's home. Now he's in California. Okay, he's in California.
It's called swatting. It is a growing problem.
He's in California. And that is the sad part. He was on the phone, and then he was actually talking to Casey the whole time, because the guy that he was arguing with on the game gave him his old address where he lived, and they sent him to the home where this man shared with his mother. When he went to answer the door, he was killed. And you know what? It's sad. Hi, Drea. How are you? So again, swatting. So after 5 years, Wichita City settled the case. Well, they proposed a settlement. The city council approved it for $5 million. The family is going to get 3.2 mil. The attorneys get 1.6 mil. Now the city only paid for their attorney. This is just sad. The city only paid $250,000. That was them. Then we have this fool right here, Gage Frame, 22 years old. He was charged with 3 counts, including terroristic threats. This is in Madison, Wisconsin. He got on the phone and said that he pretended to be someone else, Jonathan Patrick. He said that he shot his mother in the back and that she wasn't breathing. The person then hung up and called Heartland Fire Department. They had all 3, Heartland Fire Department, the police, and everybody else was out there. And then he said that he shot his grandmother, and that the residents, well, one call he said he shot his mother. The next call he said he shot his grandmother. This is the sick shit that people are doing with this swatting shit. That is what's going on. There is, hold on a second. I want to show you another one. I don't want to open it in Google. I don't want to open it in Google. I just want to go back to my PowerPoint. But so we have that one. And then we have, this is the worst case that I've seen. Well, besides Andrew, let me share my screen with you again. These people are crazy. So when you're calling the police, hi, Christy the brat. Christy is a brat. Why? Hi, sweet potato. Hi, DC. How are you? But this is what swatting, it costs. It can actually cost. Now, Gage served, at the time, he was 19. He's 22 now. He pleaded guilty. He served, He served 2 years. He's out now. Okay. He served 2 years. Hi, Heather. Heath, welcome. How are you? I want to know why I want to say Heather. Let me pull up this other slide. I want you to put the faces to these people. This 60-year-old man, his name is Mark Herring. Mark was at home minding his business. He's a computer programmer, minding his business. Mark's only crime was that he had a Twitter name that they wanted. His Twitter name was at Tennessee, which was a valuable name. It was worth $3K. They called this young man to try to get him to intimidate him. So they called in a fake call and said that he had shot his grandkid. Well, he had shot his grandkids and everything. They looked up all his information on Facebook. The cops surrounded his home. They told him to come out with his hands up. He went outside, stumbled, and died. He had a heart attack, which was caused by this fake call. The man went into shock. So everybody thinks this is funny when you call in the police and you call in the police and you call in the police. Hi, G14, you're calling the police. For what reason? Unless you know someone is in imminent danger. Because if you're saying someone has a gun, if you're saying that someone is threatening to kill themselves or they've killed someone else, they're coming out in full force. And if you said there are kids in a home or whatever, they're not taking any chances. They send SWAT out. That's why it's called swatting. They send SWAT out to handle these issues. This one right here, Zachariah A. Peterson, him and his friend wanted to spend the day hanging out. This fool calls in a threat to the Ford assembly plant in Claycomo, Missouri. He calls this in. This just happened. Just happened. Now he's got a suspended sentence, but he's on probation. He said that he had an AK-47. He had a pound of C4 explosive strapped to his chest. This is the shit that's going on. This shit is crazy. And I don't know why people just don't understand. This is not something that you want to play with. I understand that it's fun and games, and but it's not something you want to play with because people get seriously hurt. Now I'm going to play for you, and this is a YouTuber. I'm going to play you his story, and this happened to him. I just watched this story on Scott Rich. He was a dumb criminal of the day. Yes. Hi, Mary Andy. How are you? So we have a YouTuber, guys, that was swatted. We also have a family that was swatted, an author and his wife. He made a comment on Twitter that he didn't like a certain comedian, and he has had over, I'm going to pull that up for you to see it too. This is sad. This is really sad. Let me share this. And White Boy is his name. And he says, my swatting story. His name is White Boy 7th. Okay, that's his name. Let me open this up. I put his link. I'm not going to play the full video. I'm just going to play the part where he's talking about his swatting and what happened to him. And you see he has his YouTube thing back here, right? You see his YouTube. He has over, let's see, he has over 2.5 million subscribers. You see his YouTube right there. Let me play this for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your host with the most, White Boy 7th Street, and I got a video for you that has been a long time in the making. I'm finally going to reveal it all and talk about my swatting experience. It's been 3.5 years since I was swatted, and I haven't really said anything on the matter because my lawyer advised against that for the first 3 years. So we're in the clear in terms of time frame, and it's just not a fun memory. It's not something I like thinking about. I still remember the bald police officer with the assault rifle kneeling by my bush, shotguns pointed at my face, dogs barking, pistols drawn. And there's been some horrible news out of Kansas City where a 28-year-old family, a father of two, got shot. He's innocent. He got shot because some loser called the police over it's so stupid, $1.50, 6 quarters. There's a competitive Call of Duty wager match, and there
And
was
that's
a
what we were just
dispute
talking
between
about.
two teams, and they were trash talking. One sent the other team an address that was this innocent guy's place of residence, and that team sent the address to a swatter. The swatter sent the police to his house, and it escalated to the guy getting shot and killed. So, one thing I want to make very clear, it is not a prank. I hate when swatting and prank is in the same sentence. It's attempted murder.
It's
They
exactly
call
what
the
it is.
police and they say so many horrible things. The first time, thank God, the first time I got swatted, my address was leaked, and they posted on Craigslist that there's a TV I don't want. Come pick it up. First come, first serve. And they also sent a bunch of pizzas to my house. And they also called the police saying there were shots fired. So as the pizza guy and Craigslist lady was there, the police came as well. So it was a little bit easier to explain, because at the time, swatting was really new relatively. And there was no like news articles. Like when I got arrested and charges dropped, by the way, it made the front page of Reddit, it made news, and at least there was some exposure to the situation. And I try to look at everything as a positive, and try to take a positive out the situation. And I think my situation, I know Kuchar got swatted too in Colorado. It that made national news as well. I just hope that I could have made this like sacrifice to prevent, like I have so many world records, and I wish the biggest L when it comes to swatting was still mine, but then people got shot and now it escalated to someone getting murdered. So from my experience, at least we had to, we communicated with the police, and we got to, we didn't have the first situation, which had guns drawn at me. The second time they said I was going to kill myself on live stream, but since we established a line of communication with the police, they called us up, and it was, we came outside and hands up and stuff. And it wasn't as serious that second time. And if you're a YouTuber, if you're a Twitch streamer, I would highly recommend talking to your police department, sitting down, showing them articles about swatting, and just let them have your information. Let them know, because that third time, the police took it very seriously. They came with the whole brigade with the guns drawn and everything, because the swatter, pretending to be me, said, I killed my girlfriend already. I was going to kill myself, but before I do that, any police that show up, I'm going to kill them too. How is that a prank?
It's not a
You're
prank.
telling police officers, pretending to be me, that I'm going to kill them, giving them my information, my address. So they're coming to my house on edge. The police officers are already on edge as it is. And you're threatening their life as me, or whoever the victim is when it comes to swatting. Now, thank God they called Kelly, and she talked to him. She was okay. We came out with the hands up and everything. But, this guy in Kansas City, he had no experience with the police before.
Nope.
They sent him the swatter sent some random address.
They sent
and it sucks so much because this guy was known for swatting. He already got arrested for swatting.
Yep.
But apparently it was just a slap on the wrist because he continued to do it. I don't know how he still has access to the internet. One of my swatters was a kid in Ireland. It's hard to expedite. I don't know.
Now, the guy he's talking about is Tyler Barris, the one that got Andrew Finch killed. This is the one I told you about that had swatted the FCC. He would always do bomb threats. He actually stated in court that he should have just stuck to bomb threats, but it became lucrative because they were paying him to have people swatted. They were paying him to do this. Hi, Jenny Lee. So I'm just saying this is something that we have to take seriously. I'm not going to play his whole video, but I'm gonna just let him
I don't know
finish.
what happened with that guy, that loser. One of
He's in
them
jail for 20 years.
did get arrested, but it was a few months served time. He was a rich.
Yeah. The guy in the UK couldn't be charged. He was a minor. The other guy was rich. That's Casey Viner. He got the 2-year supervised probation. And Tyler Barris is the one that received the 20 years. He was the one living with his grandmother. His grandmother is the one that called and turned him in.
White kid or something.
Well, they
And
were
he
tracking him
eventually,
anyway. They went to the house
got
and she
off with
turned him
a
in.
slap on the wrist, basically. But not like, honestly, I think it's attempted murder. Every single time these people call the police threatening their life, it's not a prank, and it should be looked at way, way more seriously.
His eyebrows got me going crazy.
So the police came into my house. Allegedly, they found some substances that aren't legal here, but they're legal in other states. And I got sent to jail. So this is more of my experience, and not high school stories, jail time stories. No, I'm sure a lot of people are watching this like, white boy got arrested. What the like what? And it's so crazy because I came from the ghetto. I came from people getting shot, gangs all around me. Like I wasn't really involved with any of that stuff, but I was around it, and I could have went down a very bad path if YouTube didn't come up for me. And I did a little hooligan things. I don't know, stealing from the gas stations, breaking stuff, like just.
So that was his swatting story. This is what hello hells to the no. That's his swatting story. I'm going to show you one more story that just happened this July. Let me pull this real quick. I'm going to put it on the screen. People need to think about this. They need to take these cases seriously. They need to understand that when you're doing this, someone can get seriously hurt. Let me just put this on, and here we go.
Nightmare. For the past 5 years, they say they've had SWAT teams descend on their home, bomb threats called in, even cops aiming guns at their heads. And when they found out why they were being targeted, they were stunned.
Surrounded by cops on his own property, this man is being detained, but he did nothing wrong.
There are half a dozen police officers with shotguns, pistols drawn, assault rifles, all pointed at my face.
Someone had called 911 falsely reporting that the homeowner, Patrick Tomlinson, had just killed his wife, Nikki, all to bring a massive police response with the SWAT team. And that was just the beginning of their nightmare. The Milwaukee couple says they've been swatted 42 times.
I was home alone.
Now the cops should know this by now.
A dozen officers at least swarmed the door with a special tactical squad where they had ballistic shield and giant guns.
They're also receiving death threats over email. I will be murdering Patrick Sean Tomlinson in front of a shocked audience. I have stolen his identity. And there are chilling death threats over voicemail.
This only gets worse for you. Then your wife has disappeared, followed by your mother-in-law. Then I delight in torturing you to death.
This Reddit thread urges Tomlinson, a sci-fi novelist, to kill himself. They're also being stalked on business trips. After posing for photos, they say their stalkers show up later at the same place and eerily recreate the image. What could have triggered all of this?
Thanks. I'm Norm MacDonald, and this is the fake news.
Tomlinson says the nightmare started after he tweeted that he didn't find the late Saturday Night Live comic Norm MacDonald particularly funny. This social media posting from one of their stalkers orders Tomlinson to admit that Norm MacDonald is funny. Do it now. There just seems to be so much hatred there just because you put out a tweet against a comedian.
This is what this group, this cyberstalking cult, does for fun. And we were not the first person they did it to. They have to run an entire website dedicated to us.
So, there you go. That's what they do. YouTube needs, hi, over yonder, South Georgia. Hi, Jenny Lee. This is what they're doing. But for the couple that had their house swatted 42 times, like I say, even though they may think it's they've been there, they still have to be prepared. It's like when you call for a welfare check on someone. They have to lay eyes on that person. They have to make sure, they have to close it out. Even though they've done nothing wrong, this man has been dragged out of his home. They've been swatted 42 times. 42 times. I don't find any of this funny. I don't find police calls funny. I don't. I don't find the CPS call funny. I don't find involving family members funny. Now just think, this man could have been shot. His wife could have been killed. She was home by herself one day when her house was surrounded. White boy, the gamer, with the 2.5 million subscribers, was targeted. Is it worth it? No. That's why I said I just have a really bad feeling something's bad is going to happen. And the fact is that you're calling the police because someone is talking about you. Really? You're calling the police because someone is talking about you. Oh, yes. Yes. It happened twice. I heard about that. 42 times. But you would think the police would know by now. And all because of a tweet that he didn't find Norm Macdonald funny. I find him funny. I really do. I like when he played in a movie with Danny DeVito. Maybe that's the only movie, but I never really watched him on Saturday Night Live. So I just wanted to bring some type of awareness to what's going on and what is swatting and the cost of swatting. And when I heard, I'm not even calling the name, saying that Brooke had a gun and she was threatening to K them. Hi, Paul C. How are you? That to me was scary. I'm glad that she went outside, but they didn't send SWAT. It was only one officer that showed up. But just think, if they got, if they got someone else on the phone, or, if they didn't sound like they were intoxicated, just think what could have happened. Think about that. Wait a minute. As an emergency service supervisor and trainer of dispatchers, we received several SWAT calls from gamers in other countries. Yes, the older gentleman that was Cade, that came out of the UK as well. And find out that the person that did the call was like 14 years old. We received several SWAT calls from gamers in other countries. So much we had to train dispatchers to recognize numbers that called in. And I'm not going to stress this enough. Just because you're calling from a text app, you can and will be traced, especially if it involves an injury or a death. You will be traced. They grab IP addresses, they grab everything. The FBI has just started this task force that they're doing right now. So just know you will be traced. Norm died? I didn't know Norm died. Oh my God, I didn't know Norm died. Did I know Norm died? No, I didn't know Norm died. You can be traced. You can use all the text apps you want to. You can be traced. To identify as a SWAT call and inform officers possible SWAT call, they mention types of guns that they're using in the game. Oh, okay. Okay. But it's sad. And when I heard that recording, and then, as I said, I was listening to E11, and the person stated that they never said they had a gun. Well, she played the recording. Well, the person said they had the Glock. A Glock is a gun. It's a 9. A Glock is a gun. I have one. I haven't been to a firing range since I've been here. I don't know where one is, but that's what it is. It's not a knife. It's a gun. You can't be playing like that. And what's going to happen, these calls keep going on. The person that's making the calls, they're going to find themselves in trouble for prank calls, for calling. And you know, every time you call, it costs about $10,000. It costs about $10,000 to send out emergency responders. That's how much that shit costs. I'm just trying to understand when are we going to realize that what we're doing, and I'm saying we as a collective, I'm not doing it. I'm sure a lot of you aren't doing it, but as a collective, we have to really stop. Really, 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 really stop. Because somebody is going to get hurt. And then all we're going to say is, just like that young man said, oh, well, he should have stuck to bomb threats. That's what he said. He should have stuck to bomb threats. You're jeopardizing people's safety. You're jeopardizing their families' safety. And I'm sorry if you think it's, oh, well, they called on me. Well, the reason people were calling on you is because the fact that you're sitting online saying that you're going to kill yourself and you have a big ass knife in front of you. Come on now. Let's be serious. If people are calling on you just to call on you, now I do know there was one call that was unwarranted. Definitely unwarranted. It was unwarranted. It was done. And it should not have been done. But come on. This shit has to stop. It really has to stop. But that's what I wanted to bring to you guys today, because after hearing that call, it scared the hell out of me. It really did. Yeah, you know, they hurt my feelings. They're talking about me. They're doing this. They're doing that. That is not what the cops are for. That is not what the cops are for. Not at all. You're putting out people's personal information. Just like, and what they did for Mark Herring, they put his address in a Discord. All because they wanted his Twitter name, @Tennessee. He was targeted. They tried to intimidate this older man to give up his Twitter handle because it was worth $3,000. Are you kidding me? You can't make @Tennessee1, @Tennessee2. You couldn't do @10 and then 2 capital 2 N's or a capital 2 E to make it a little different or to put something in front of it. They wanted his Twitter handle. And these are young boys, minors, that's doing this shit. And we have older people that are doing this shit, calling the cops, saying someone has a gun. They're threatening you. Are you fucking kidding me? They don't. They don't. I know my grandson used to be playing these games and he'd be going off fussing and screaming. Nathan used to do the same thing. I go in there, shut that bitch completely off. That's enough. And they put law enforcement lives in danger. Suppose they show up at a house, which is the wrong address, but the people inside, they've got guns and there's a shoot off, then they got kids around, the neighbors are there. People are walking on the street. You jeopardize a whole community for bullshit. I'm sorry, that's what it is. It's bullshit. And it's going to take something drastic for people to understand. It's gone way too far. I've unsubbed from so many of these past few weeks. The next step is back to cable. Oh, damn, Kay. Damn. There's a lot of people that feel that way. Thank you, Paul. I see you sometimes. When I do see you now, I speak to you, even if you're not in chat. If I come in and I saw your name someplace and I said, hi, Paul. But anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up. I just wanted to bring that to you so we understand the dangers, which a lot of us do understand the danger of swatting. I remember way back when GB was on an IG live and she was telling people she's going to call Amber's police department and she's going to have her house swatted and have all of her electronics taken. When Amber called me, I said, this is nothing to play with. I said, please call the police department. Please call the local police department where you at and let them know you have kids in your home. And the only reason Amber found out about that is because someone was in Jen's chat and called her to tell her what was being said. A man in Wichita was killed during a swatting. Yep, a few years ago. I just talked about that. Yep, just talked about that. It's just sad. And there's the swatting that just happened. There's 2 of them this month. And they said in the last year, swatting, there's been over 1,000 swatting calls in the last year. So it's picking up. It's picking up. And they think they're slick because they're using these text apps. That doesn't work. If it results in an injury or a death, they will be tracking. And now they have a database that they've set up. And before, there was no agency that was tracking it. So the data is not clear. But there was no agencies that was tracking this. Now they are. There was a college swatted about, 7 months ago. Oh, it's okay, Wildflower. Wildflower. You can just rewind, but I'm not staying on long. I just wanted to come in and I just wanted to bring that to you guys because it really, really bothered me. And I wanted to put a face to these people. I really did, so you can see. And the only reason I showed those other 2 guys, Gage and forgot his name, is because no one was caved. I'm not going to glorify those other ones where people lost their lives. I'm going to have to start doing black screen hangouts just so people have a safe place to hang out. That's true. A lot of people have been doing those quiet things so people can talk in chats to each other. I know Clipper does them. I think Snake did one. Or was it Clipper? Was it Snake? I can't remember, but it's fun. You go in the chat and people are chatting with each other. You don't have to worry about watching the screen and listening to what someone is saying. You're chatting with each other. So yeah, so Zero Jews, is that Clipper, right? Yes, that's Clipper. And that's fun. So I actually go in there when she does it and she calls Silent Stream is what it's called. Hi. Oh, okay, I'm back. My phone shut off. It was hot in your car. Oh shit. Oh my god. But yes, she does. It's called silent chat. Oh, I didn't know she does it on Jules, but I went in and it was on a Clipper because I've never been to her channel, her main channel. I've only gone to the Clipper channel, but I subscribed to both. Maybe I did. Maybe it was in the silent stream, but that's where and that's a novel idea, and I really like that idea. So just it's 100. It's 118 in my car. It's 125. Oh, okay. I know where you at, Drea. Okay, I know where you at. I remember now. I remember. Hi, 11. How are you? Yeah, I wanted them to know swatting, there's a price to pay, and people are losing their lives over dumb stuff. Dumb stuff. And I played that 911 call from Tyler Barris. And that call was scary. And he was on the phone because he wanted to hear this man's house get swatted. He grabbed the CB radio and everything and was listening. And the only remorse he had, he said, was he should have stuck to calling in bomb threats. He didn't feel, he said that he didn't take responsibility for him being killed because he didn't pull the trigger. That's what he said. I wasn't getting notified for Flavor's Lives either. I unsubscribed twice and then I subbed back, and now I'm getting her notifications. Yep, and that's what, you know what, 11? That's what made me think about that. And I talked about that the other day on my channel when I heard you saying all of that. And 11, I did not know that you actually was acquainted with JY. I didn't know that until you were telling that stuff. And when you've been coming in with, if you're not subscribed to E11's channel, please go subscribe. I've been following her on IG for the longest. And I love her commentary when she and her husband do 90 days. And, you know, they play it while the episode is going and they're having conversations about what's going on. Hi, Claudia. So I just wanted to bring that up so you guys can know that this is something that you really shouldn't play with. And like I said, every time an emergency unit has to go out, it costs about $10,000. And I'm still waiting to see what they're going to do with Carly Russell. She needs to be charged. Her family needs to pay back that money that was donated to that search party. They need to be held accountable for her bad actions. Now, her attorney did the speaking. She wasn't with them or anything else, but something needs to be done to her. And that's my personal feeling. Something needs to be done because she lied. She flat out lied. Hi, Cree. So, and then, before I get out of here. So, you guys knew I love doing lockup. Well, I had a comment in my comment section, and all my comments are held. So today, this morning, I was getting ready to go to work, and I was just sitting down drinking my coffee because I said, okay, I'll just leave right at 5. So there was a comment from a lady. Her name is Chris, 0 something. She left a comment. She says that she and Andy are together. And she didn't know anything about Brittany until right before the show. She said that he's told her all kinds of stuff about the show. So when I go and I approve the message, the damn thing disappeared. So whoever you are, if you're listening, please go to my About section on my channel. Send me an email. I would love to have a conversation with you. Love to have a conversation with you. Oh, okay. That's how you know him. Okay. I didn't even know that you knew anything about him at all. So I'm just like, I didn't even know that. I've never heard you mention him on IG at all. I know mommy says bad words, knew him. Susu, but I didn't know that you knew anything about him at all. But guys, seriously, if you haven't checked out E11's channel, please go check out her channel. Please go check it out. She has it right there. And I heard that they were who was telling me this? I don't even want to make up a boo-boo lie, but somebody was telling me that he said that he never said that he had people's information and this and that. I'm like, no, he said it. I remember hearing it was played on somebody's channel, so I can't remember. So anyway, oh yeah, I got to swamp people. Oh my God, I missed that show. Get it. Yeah, E11 has a great channel. She really does. But again, I didn't want to keep you guys that long. I just wanted you to see it. I wanted you to understand that behind every call, there's a consequence. Sometimes there's no issue. Sometimes it results in someone's death. Yeah. Oh, you're looking for the clip. Okay. I'm trying to remember whose channel did I hear that on. It might be TL's. Terry Lynn might have it. So Terry Lynn might have it. Because I think she played it because that was during that time when it was going to put the kids up, and it was around that time. So TL might have it. Okay. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Go back and enjoy your evening. Just remember, if people are talking about calling cops, if you're in a chat, tell them, hey, this is not a good idea. People wind up deceased behind BS calls. But when I heard them saying that this woman had a gun and she was threatening them, it's a good thing she had the good sense to go sit outside. They didn't send a whole SWAT team out there. There's family, there are kids in that home. We don't do that. I don't care how mad you are at that person. I don't care. So, our new theme song. Oh God. Girl, I'm not playing that. Crazy Cat Mama's theme song is by oh my God. What's the little short fat guy's name again? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's called FU. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Little short roly-poly guy with the little squeaky voice. I don't know who would want to F him. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't. I'm not. Yeah, CeeLo Green. That's him, CeeLo Green. Yes, Crazy Cat Mama loves the song F You. Okay, so that tells you what mindset she's in. But anyway, you guys, you guys have a good one. I'm going to take me a nice hot bubble bath. And I need to get a hold of Jackie Snotty to see if we could. I saw her response on my comments too. I'm gonna just send her an email. I'm gonna go to her about section because I don't check my comments every day. When I get a minute, I go in and I check comments, and I may be 6 videos behind, and I'm going heart and comments and replying. But whoever you are that left me the comment about Andy, please, and Andy is the sheriff who was an ex-police officer who was there for 13 years until his drug-addicted wife moved in with a drug distributor and he took custody of the kids. Okay? So, I thought you said it was well, yeah, F you for that too. But whoever you are, please hit me on my email. I would love to have a conversation with you. Really do. Because I said something didn't smell right, and I was right. I was out mowing. You are a grass toucher. All right, guys. Love you all. You guys have a great day. I'm going to get myself together. I don't know if I'm working from home tomorrow or if I'm going to go in, but I know I'm going to cover the story of the man that pretended to be a teenager in high school. Yeah, I'm gonna cover that one too. There's a couple of stories out there that I want to cover. So I would definitely see you guys soon, but I would definitely be back on Thursday. And you guys have an awesome night. Thank you, Bad Medicine. You guys have an awesome, awesome night, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming. Bye.